Hope everyone's well. Just a quick video. Just wanted to, well, I'm supposed to be doing some hoovering at the moment, but the bloody thing's broken. So me and Diamond are doing a video, aren't we? Wanna say hello, mate? There he is. There he is. He's 10 months old now. Just a quick video, as I say. Bit of time to kill, so I'll create a little bit of content. Just wanted to get your thoughts really on the two big stories for the Normies last week, which was the explosion of the submarine that had gone down to look at the Titanic and the loss of life therein. Just wanted people's thoughts on that, how that was the story of the week really, and the power of the media to be able to turn what is an interesting and obviously tragic story into something that dominated the coverage, dominated the minds of many for a good few days last week, and that quickly disappeared and was replaced by, well, we were being told on Saturday morning that there was a Russian revolution taking place and that these insurgent army was marching on Moscow, but by Sunday morning they'd all decided to make friends and go home, and that was the end of that. But over the weekend, you know, I had a quick look in the online lunatic asylum that is the comment section of The Guardian to see how they were all pretty excited actually, and you know, were falling for the story. You know, I always think if you want to find out, if you want a glimpse into the insanity of a section of the population, go into the Guardian comment section to see real, absolute, utter lunacy and madness. No, you know, what is insanity? What is an insane person? It's not someone who's got an opinion that you find to be insane. It's not a flat earther. You know, it's not someone with the most wild conspiracy theories. It's nothing to do with someone's opinion. For me, insanity is defined well by a number of different, you know, aspects, but one of those is the complete is fanatical obsession with a particular story, with a particular point of view, and a complete inability to be able to deviate one iota from it. You have a look in the Guardian comments section to see that, and it's always useful actually for me to poke my nose in there every now and again just to see what we continue to be up against. But I just wanted to get your opinions really on those two stories, as well as find out how powerful do you think the mainstream media still is in being able to distract, divert, lie, manipulate people, and how many people are they able to do that to, and what percentage of the population outrightly rejects the mainstream media now. But I just thought that was quite telling really, you know, the whole Russia-Ukraine thing. The thing that really strikes me is the last few years, in amongst the suffering and the death, the trauma, the tyranny, the horrificness, the horror of it all, it has offered us one opportunity. It's offered us the opportunity to be able to, for those who wanted to take it, examine our own egos, examine our own beliefs, to introspect and self-reflect, to look at the way in which we perceive the world, to broaden our consciousness, to question things, to ask different questions, or to give different answers to questions that we were already asking. Lots of us have done that. None of us were perfect, but lots of us have done that. We've had a real reckoning with ourselves and with our worlds. We've been shocked. We've been enlightened. We've seen the light. We've seen the dark. But lots haven't. Still, many are still stuck in that hypnosis. They're still stuck in that myopia. And I continue to be amazed and astonished at how the same people fall for the same establishment meta-narratives over and over and over and over and over and over again. It doesn't matter what they are. That brings me to Glastonbury, because I feel that the Glastonbury's, it was probably always a bit of a lefty kind of endeavour, wasn't it? But leftism for me was always about, until 2016 probably, was about the individual. It was about the right of the individual to articulate, to speak freely, and kind of like leftism for me was always about creativity as well. I don't mean for me, because I've never been a leftist really, but that's what I always perceived it to be. You know, creativity and above all, railing against the establishment, attacking the establishment, making fun of the establishment, And the arts obviously have always the art. What's the main aim of the arts? Even before solving problems through creativity and innovating and inspiring, the arts, musicians, writers, and artists primarily will make fun of authoritative figures, make fun of the existing regime, make fun of the establishment. That's what the art exists to do primarily, but it doesn't anymore, does it? And the cesspit that is Glastonbury just makes me want to vomit in my mouth. I hate it. I did a video last year about Glastonbury. I'll try and remember to link to it here, about how it's completely been, like the arts has, co-opted, hijacked, and it's nothing more than just a 4 or 5 day opportunity for the regime to shove down our throats the messages that it wants us to swallow, and the hypocrisy, the out and out hypocrisy of it. It's unbelievable. And again, you only have to take a little dip into these things, don't you? Have a little dip my toe in the BBC every now and again. So what are they saying? So what's the overall picture? You need 5 minutes to figure out what they're doing, what they're trying to spin, what lies they're telling. Again, the same as, have a little look in the Guardian comments, in that online lunatic asylum that is the Guardian comments, to see what they're saying there. And two rules of thumb. Whatever the BBC says is happening when it relates to world events, it's take it as read that it's not happening in that way. And number 2, whatever the Guardian says is going to happen, will happen, because that is the main mouthpiece of the New World Order. The Guardian, absolutely despicable publication. So Glastonbury, as I say, just had a little look at it, didn't watch any of it, listen to any of it, not interested at all. But I did see the usual messaging, the usual shite, the usual just repetitive propaganda. Net zero. Cat Stevens, I think, was going on about the NHS staff and how we should all be so thankful for their sacrifices and that they're all heroes, all that bollocks. Isn't it clear now why the regime encouraged and succeeded the masses to go out to the end of the gardens and applaud in unison every Thursday evening back in those crazy, insane days of March, April, May, June 2020? Wasn't that absolutely insane? There was a reason for that. What do you think the reason for that was? Because I've got my own ideas relating to preemptive programming, not only of the public but of the staff themselves, to do the most heinous things. And then Elton John, now he was another puppet wheeled out by the establishment to push that disgusting medical procedure on people. Never look at him the same way again, but that applies to most prominent figures in the music industry who all sullied themselves in the name of keeping relevant and staying on side with the regime, didn't they? But going back to Elton John, one of the predictions I made for this year, at the start of the year, again, you can find a video, I did it a few months ago, was about how the establishment was going to try and create this narrative that Brexit had failed. It was going to start attacking Brexit, the very idea of Brexit, with the idea of aligning the UK back with the EU, with the ultimate intention of the UK rejoining the European Union. And that, lo and behold, that's what's been happening. It's been stepped up over the last few weeks. I'll probably do some more content soon on Brexit. And there was Elton John talking about how Brexit was a big mistake and now it's just a confusing mess. No one knows what's going on. And it was a mistake. It's just so boring, isn't it? It's so fucking boring, isn't it? Whether it's COVID and jabs. Remember the Kaiser Chiefs concert? Who's had the AstraZeneca? Way! Who's had the Pfizer jab? Way! Oh my God. Whether it's lockdowns and jabs, whether it's Black Lives Matter, whether it's climate change and net zero, whether it's Ukraine and Russia, whether it's Brexit, the same regime messaging pushed by the same people onto the same people over and over and over and over and over again. How people still can't see it is beyond me. It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's absolutely unbelievable. It really is. So just wanted to get your thoughts, really. Probably a bit of a rant today. Probably not really making that much sense, to be honest with you. But I'm going to go and check this Hoover now. See whether it's charged up. Go back to more mundane things. Let me know what you think about what I've said. Not the most articulate or thought-provoking one today, really. But I'd love to know what you think of what I've said there. Particularly interested in media and the arts and how they've been so successfully co-opted by, this, whatever you want to call it. Let's call it New World Order, because that's what they call it, don't they? So, all right, cheers, everyone. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.